Hey kids, Mr. Fly here, hope you're well, and welcome back to the occasional series we do here on the channel called Reader's Rides. We haven't done one for a while, but today what we're going to be talking about is this incredible 1993 Honda Fireblade. So if you're interested in this bike, stick around and stay tuned. Okay, so without further ado, let me introduce you to the owner of this splendid bike. It's somebody you would have seen before if you're a regular viewer of the channel. It's Lyndon. Come on in, mate. Great to see you again. How you doing?
Yeah, very good.
So, you've acquired this lovely bike. Tell us about it.
I did. It was my main bike back in the day, and every person that talks about the bikes have always said the only bike I'd ever buy again would be the first Fireblade that I ever had with a 16-inch front wheel.
So is this the first Fireblade model ever made?
It's the first model. It's the second set of colours.
Yep.
So 1992 there was a pale blue and orange one and a black and silver, and then they went to this colour, but it is the very, very first round headlight.
Oh, let's have a look at the front. Here we go.
Round headlight, 16-inch front wheel Fireblade. The real game changer in sports bikes terms. And I remember my friend having one, and I got on it with shorts on and a t-shirt and some training shoes, and overtook a bike round and roundabout, came back, I have to have one of these. What on earth?
Brilliant. And how long ago was that?
Ooh,
was that when they were relatively new still? Or?
It was still relatively new. Yes, it would be in.
I'm surprised you're that old.
90.
Incredible. You were old enough to ride then?
Yeah, I shouldn't have been riding at 15, but there you go.
Excellent. So this isn't that bike you got then. This is a more recent.
Unfortunately, or fortunately not, because I did some crazy miles on it. But no, it just came up. It's as it is. I haven't even had a chance to clean it. This is as it's come.
Wow.
A few silly things. There's a few graphics I need to change. I want to put it back to absolute standard.
Right. So what's non-standard then?
Put these indicators through the body, which is the worst thing, but we'll sort that out.
Yeah.
And the wrong indicators at the front. Clear screen. A few little minor.
It's a beautiful looking machine though, isn't it? I mean,
it's great.
For its age, what is it, 26 years old? I mean, it does not look 26 years old.
No, I need to take the key off. There's no key rash.
Right.
The frame's good, so just a little bit of TLC and
good to go.
We'll be back to,
And I love the fact that you keep it in your living room here.
Absolutely. For all the wives out there, yes, it's where bikes should live.
Exactly right. So tell us a bit about the spec, if you know. What's the power output? Do we know what that is?
It's 125 brake horsepower.
Right. So in those days, these days doesn't sound like an awful lot. It's like a GS.
Yeah.
But in those days, that was a big number, wasn't it?
It's power to weight as well.
Yeah.
Honda gave an unlimited budget to the designers to make a 600 weight sports bike with a 900/1000 cc engine.
Yeah.
And this is what they came up with, and it was a game changer.
And do you know what the weight is of it?
It's about 185 kilos.
Right. So
not crazily heavy. It looks a bit
dry,
heavier than it is with the big tank. It kind of looks bulky.
Physically, it's a big bike. I mean, compared to my Panigale, which makes me realise now why people call them small. Because this thing is a monster to me. It looks massive. It's, but I have sat on it. It does feel light.
Yeah, they're incredibly agile for an older bike. And I remember reading a thing with Ron Haslam, mate. He had them as these race bikes.
Yeah.
And he said just incredible and bulletproof, absolutely bulletproof. I think it was 18,000 miles of madness, and all I did was put a key in and start it. Never, ever, ever an issue with the bike. Fantastic. It was brilliant. It shook its head occasionally. I put a steering damper on it, but never let go. Just amazing fun.
So as somebody who's never ridden a bike, and Lyndon has very kindly offered that I can ride this bike in a minute. Somebody who's never ridden a bike of this age, even at 26 years old, it's older than I am. What sort of things do you think I need to look at? What's going to be any surprises? Do you think?
No, it's going to be very, very easy. The thing that's probably changed most on the small, I haven't ridden it on the road. It's going to be my first day as well.
Wow.
So, is the braking. The braking is probably not as advanced as
we used to.
the modern day bikes.
Yeah. What brakes have we got? Well, they're drilled Nissins. Look at that.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's good, but it's not. It isn't a modern bike in braking terms. In terms of power, not quite there, but still enough.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, with the modern day sports bikes, it's crazy for the road, and this is plenty quicker.
It's going to be interesting because the last sports bike I rode was the new BMW S1000RR. This is going to be it's going to be really interesting to see.
It's going to be different.
It's fascinating. Right,
it's
so
going to be different.
I'll suit up then. And next time you see me, we'll be on the bike. Okay, so what's the CBR900RR to ride? Well, I have to say, I've just jumped on it and it's absolutely beautiful. I can't believe a 26-year-old bike feels like this. It's as smooth as you like. Of course, 4-cylinder engine, they always always amused me because I'm used to twin cylinder bikes, so it's very, very smooth indeed. But for a bike of its age, nothing behind me. Wow, the handling on here is lovely. It feels light. I'll tell you what, having just ridden the big BMW S1000RR, you would never guess there were 26 years between them. This feels just beautiful, delightful on these corners. The balance is lovely. And the riding position, I have to say, is quite nice too. Feels nice and roomy. As sports bikes go, this feels pretty comfy to me. What a great road as well, eh? Look at this light. In case you hadn't twigged, I'm out in Spain. I'm sure you knew that anyway. But it's hard to find a bad road around here. And we're in the Andalusia region. Just this is the road that heads towards Ronda. And just check out this scenery. Not that I'm thinking too much about the scenery. Oh yeah, the handling on here is beautiful. The clutch has got a weird sort of high biting point, but the gearbox is nice and snickable. You'd never notice an old bike. Tyres feel great. This is that engine. Lovely. I must just say thank you to Lyndon for letting me ride his pride and joy. This bike means a lot to him, obviously. And I think he's going to have many happy years of riding on this. It's an absolute beast. I'll tell you what, you don't have to buy a brand new bike to have a good time. This is really, really nice. I know I keep repeating that, but I'm surprised how lovely this feels. Mirrors work well, nice and big, no vibration in there. A little bit of vibration through the bodywork and seat, but it just lets you know that you're on a bike. I quite like that. Sounds smooth as you like. We just test the front brake. You have to give the front brake quite a pull. It's a little bit spongy, but who knows how old the brake since the brake calipers were clean, how long that's been and how long the brake fluid's been in. Not sure what state of service it's in, but it certainly doesn't feel at all shabby. Love the instruments on here. Hope you can see them on the GoPro. Obviously old school, proper fuel gauge and a proper like dashboard and old school instruments. It's like an old Spitfire in here with a choke. Absolutely love it. Yeah, if you ever get fed up with this bike, Lyndon, I'll have it off you. What a winner. I can see why these were game changers in the day. I've overtaken the opportunity. When you wind her on, takes a little while to pick up compared to modern bikes. Hasn't got the torque that I'm used to. That overtake nearly caught me out. Great comfy riding position though. Suspension is surprisingly plush. Oh, what a fun bike. I can see that Lyndon's going to have a great summer riding this round here. And what a playground to ride in, eh? So there we are, that's the 1993 CBR900RR Fireblade, the original game changer. Thanks again to Lyndon for letting me ride her, and hope you've enjoyed this little reader's ride. Until next time, this has been the Mr. Flyer. Cheerio.